once again, people, and welcome to yet another episode of Seeking, Not Seeking, Shamblers. This one's Marvelous Monstrosities and Devilish Designs. Who would have guessed? Maybe because you read the, text on the YouTube thing. Yeah, that technology-based thing. Technology, isn't it great? I have no idea what I'm rambling about. Anyway, let's actually talk about what we're getting to today, which is a November-based modification made on November 25th, 1996. We're looking at very close to December, right on that edge, but at the same time, this is still November. It still counts for what we're trying to do right about at this period of time, in this particular thing with particular concepts. And yeah, this is basically fantasy versus future. Wouldn't it be like fantasy versus reality or fantasy versus, well, anything normal? No, this is fantasy versus future. I guess it makes sense now that I think about it, because it is the two ideas of what Quake has. You have your id-based stuff and you have your fantasy medieval stuff. And so yeah, basically it's combining these two things together. It's basically two different teams or something, I'm guessing. So, what is Fantasy vs. Future Quake, FVF? And there's also Fantasy vs. Future server already up. And yeah, this is basically a massive beta. This is version 1.0. It's the first version that was ever released. So, who knows if there was any other versions ever after this? I don't know. I just found this one, and so we're going with it. Anyway, Fantasy for Future Quake FVF is an add-on to Quake, a highly customizable game by id Software. Who would have guessed? I sure did not know that this was for Quake. I thought this was for Doom. Anyway, FVF exists as a data file, without ever modifying Quake's original files, a basic concept. I really am glad we have this after so many modifications. Let's see here. FVF works completely as a single-player game or deathmatch co-op multiplayer game. So we're going to have actually a single-player component to this. That's good. Better than like stuff like Team Fortress where I can't really do much of anything. Okay, so in FVF, generic characters of magical fantasy, such as mages, fighters, and whatever, fight against typical characters, such as sci-fi future, such as laser soldiers. The normal Quake character is left unaltered and is classified as future. I see. So basically, you're going to have like a bunch of classes. So is this going to be basically for the single player component, kind of like Hexen? You'd have like your own individual class with like its own individual weapons or something like that. So yeah, basically it does not use any foreign models or sounds. If it ran additional models or sounds, then players without the FVF could not connect to an FVF server. For many players, figuring out how to connect to a Quake server is a task all in itself. Never mind downloading patches. This is especially true for new players and computer owners. Wait, especially true for computer owners? Why is that especially true for computer owners? Wouldn't it be if you own a computer? How else are you playing Quake if you're not on a computer? New models will be worked on when easy dynamic downloading is available. He'll promise he also will have better written docs soon. So anyway, what is the big thing about this one? It's the first public beta version. We're going to have 23 different weapons. 15 of those are totally new weapons. And also we have 5 player classes. 4 of those being totally new classes, of course. So, to run this, you need to have enough system requirements to comfortably and adequately play Quake, and of course run registered Quake. Also, there's no messy impulses for this whole thing, so that's good. Not really sure how all this is going to work, but we're going to have to figure out how to really do this. Anyway, it seems like in order to change your class, you change your team color. So your color is what defines what class you are. Okay, it consists of 5 character classes. They're classified as either fantasy or future. They're selected by changing your team color. This can be done by typing your color at the console, meaning the number for a number, or changing it under options and under multiplayer in the Quake menu. Make sure your pants color, you change your pants color because it is your team color. Okay, so let's see here. The Quake Soldier is considered the average character in this whole thing. It's basically the balanced one, if you will. Now he does say to basically he'll give you like introductions to do different things like with colors, but he doesn't really have like a really proper thing for that. He doesn't really tell you how to like what color is what. I think it says it here, but really, yeah, actually no, he doesn't really say much. Actually, okay, no, never mind. Now I see where actually he says it. So he does say it. It's just kind of weird. It's all thrown in the actual big description of the classes. So anyway, let's actually load this thing up. I guess I'm going to have to change that color from my normal red. Let's see here. Let's do color 0. So that way we have our normal Quake Ranger right now. We'll load it up. As you see, there's the list right there. Congratulations, you get to see a list. Each character class has their own custom weapon set, 23 different weapons, blah, 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 blah. All the same, all the usual, nothing fancy, nothing really that is going to surprise you, astound you, whatever you may call it. Anyway, as seen here, we have a bunch of different stuff, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, right now with the Quake Soldier. Yeah, this is just left unaltered. Everything's left the same, you're a diehard fan, you can just play as regular Ranger, uninterrupted, play Quake. Amazing. Yeah. I don't think that really is exciting for anyone here. We're not really here to play regular Quake. Okay, so let's see here. Let's change to color 1. And I guess restart? Yes, okay. So you need to restart before it'll actually recognize a class. So, this is the Enforcer Soldier. Its colors 1 and 9. Basically, every 8 colors loops around. So it's basically like 0 and 8's a Quake Soldier, who's the future. And this is the Enforcer Soldier, which is also a future one. Basically, this one will use lasers and energy weapons. So, basically, if you use your laser rifle here, you can shoot it. As you see, you can just keep shooting. It's basically like the Enforcer. Nothing really that fancy. Yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Basically, the Enforcer Soldier will not run out of ammo because he can recharge. As you see, my ammo is building up as we speak. You can see my cell collection. It doesn't really show it, like, on the bottom area. It's kind of weird. It doesn't really show it well. Like, if you look at the very, very bottom by my health bar, it won't add up. But if you look at the ammo bar on the top of it, you can see it going up and recharging. And if I shoot again, it will update automatically and give you wherever I was. It seems to build up to 40. Actually, no, it seems like it's going past 40. But yeah, as you see, it just builds up. It infinitely recharges, so you can basically endlessly recharge cells of 1 to 5 per second. And you get your laser rifle. That is basically your way to really fight and do different things. So let's see here. You can use your axe. That's not exactly exciting. Yeah, nobody cares about. Let's see here. Actually, one big problem. We're going to need guns, aren't we? We're going to need some guns. Has anyone seen any guns around here? Can I, like, pull out Impulse 9, or is it just gonna mess things up? At BFG? That's not a BFG. Okay, but as you see, here's our laser rifle. It shoots lasers. Here's a spread laser rifle. It's kind of like the regular laser rifle, except now more powerful. Who uses a regular laser rifle when you can use this? Because multiple shots per shot. Maximum decimation. Yeah, you just shoot around, and you can shoot things and make them die. What a basic concept. Okay, what's next? Because that's kind of boring. The super spread laser rifle! Even more than the spread laser rifle. Jesus Christ. It's getting more OP, isn't it? Yeah, every gun is basically a laser rifle, people. It's just how many lasers you want to shoot at once. Yeah, how much pain do you want to deal at once? Okay, what's the super spread laser rifle? Or the laser chain gun? I see, this one you just shoot very fast. See, this one it's kind of like you're relying upon the super nail gun's speed. Also, as you notice, ammo of other guns is actually building down. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't actually use other ammo whatsoever. So I'm like able just to shoot this. It really does not matter. I'll just endlessly be shooting lasers. Every gun here uses lasers, basically. Yeah, basically you use lasers which increase in a spread, much like a shooter game. Yeah, basically almost every weapon you use would use cells, and you can't run out of cells. You can recharge 1 cell per second. Each second you can automatically lose to trade up to 2 shells for 2 cells and 2 nails for 2 cells. For a max gain of 5 cells per second, provided you have enough shells or nails to trade. See, that's why my shells or nails are going down, because it's basically speeding up the process whereby I get more cells. Okay, so what's next on my agenda? Here's a grenade launcher. Well, that's not exciting or different or unique. It's a grenade launcher, also a rocket launcher. Yeah, these two are just the same, aren't they? And here's the BFG, the big one that we've been waiting for. How does the BFG work? Is it like, whatchamacallit? DPP2, I think it's called. It's Deathmatch Power Pack or whatever, too. I don't know if I've ever covered that one here because it is a deathmatch thing, all in all. Let's see if I can show off the BFG here and how deadly it is. BFG. So you see it makes the BFG sound, it causes mass devastation, and obliterates literally everything. Now, while we have all these fancy guns and different classes and all that, I don't really have much to really use this on the server whatsoever. Because on the server, of course, I like to have custom models, custom weapons. I don't like everything looking the same. It's bad enough we have the sniper rifle. So, you're not going to see like any of these guns or whatnot on the server or anything. Plus, really, it's all about the classes and all that here. Nothing really fancy. The BFG requires a lot of cells, as you see, so it's not going to be something you use often, but it's absolutely devastating when you do use it. Let's see if we can like change level to E4 M7 and like try and see how it goes against a Shambler, because obviously that's a big question. Can a BFG one-shot a Shambler? Yes, it can. In fact, it can jib it, which leads to the bigger question: can it one-shot Shub-Niggurath? Question of the day, people. We must ask these questions. Okay, so we got our BFG. We're ready. We're just going to say hello, and I didn't seem to kill it. Only took 2 shots, though, to kill it. So yeah, 2 shots to destroy Shub-Niggurath. Yeah. And maybe I need to be a bit closer and it would be 1 shot. I don't know. Let's try one more time just to make sure. Did I keep myself as like? Oh yeah, because I didn't exit the game, so it's still the same entity I was. Now I can imagine using like the BFG underwater might kill you. I don't know. That's something actually to test out. Can we use the BFG underwater? I can't imagine the laser guns causing problems, but the BFG maybe? No, it takes around 2 to 3 shots. Okay, so let's see here. One more time. I just want to dive into the water, say hello to some fishes. BFG it. And there we are. Fish is dead. And it works kind of like the normal BFG, nothing really fancy. Now, everything uses the normal sound, so yeah, you're not really going to hear like the actual BFG or see the BFG or anything like that. But yeah, that is basically that. So, simple enough, straightforward enough. Color 2. Also, I need to turn off this music. We don't need to hear the music track going over and over and over. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, E2 M5, I guess. I don't know. We have ourselves here the Paladin Soul Flare spell. What? What? Okay, so this is basically, we're color 2, right? I think so. I think I said color 2. So that means we're the fighter. Okay, so basically we're the type of class I generally was in Hexen. You know, we have an Hexen hats. Okay, I've already noticed that the axe moves a lot faster. Yeah, look at this. Look how fast it is. It's a magic axe. So needless to say, you can really move really, really fast. And really, you only have melee weapons, except for the flare. So yeah, basically you have the Paladin Soul Flare spell, which allows you to shoot flares and allows you to see in the dark. So basically shells are really only to see in the dark. So if I need to see like the ability to see, there we are. Now you can see up there and see something. So yeah, basically it's your hand-to-hand guide in the fantasy realm. Like a role-playing game, the fighter can increase certain levels. It's not easy to learn. A starting fighter, level 2, is extremely weak. However, a level 0 fighter is extremely powerful if played by a skilled player. He advances in levels through power-ups when he picks up weapons. I see. So you actually need to like pick up different weapons to build up levels. But yeah, this is like the default level. You just basically have to rely upon really quickly like tech and stuff. But yeah, everything you actually get is not going to increase your weapons. It's just basically an upgrade to the axe. So basically it's like all leveling up your axe. So say we do like E1M1, which is probably a good level for a beginner Paladin Axeman Maniac. So you see, it's your normal axe, it just attacks really, really fast. Nothing really fancy. Which is really, really bad when we're dealing with a bunch of grunts. We're axing this run. We're definitely doing an axe run, people, of this one. Also, if you notice, I regenerate health. It's a lot like Call of Duty. If you're not being attacked, you heal up. Amazing! So this is where they got that concept. This is probably a terrible mod then, isn't it, people? We have to hate this because it has a feature of Call of Duty. So anyway, let's see here. You have Paladin Healing, which allows you to heal 1 hit point per half second with the shotgun, and 2 hit points per half second with the super shotgun. You're injured. Take cover. Hooray! We took cover. We healed up. Okay, so pushing 2 or change your weapons. You can basically fire a soul flare, which will light up the room. So if you try and change weapons, it basically just fire the flare. Since the flare is derived from the fighter's soul, he'll lose 1 hit point and he will weaken, unable to attack for 2 seconds. Okay, not to worry, the fighter will usually heal the lost hit point within a second. Just don't fire too many flares. Simple enough. Okay, so now we just maniacally run around, we attack everything. We say we can heal up as needed. Can we like heal up using normal stuff? Yes, we can. So we can still totally waste their health, and we can regenerate. Heal, take cover. Though it does seem it takes actually shells to heal up. Yeah, as you see, it takes a shell per healing. So I guess it's not infinite regeneration because it costs a shell every time. Like say I give S1, so I can only heal up 1 point. I'm stuck out forever at 97 until I pick up more, and then I'll heal up more. So yeah, basically shells are used to keep building yourself up. In fact, I'm gonna have to use a flare to shoot, ain't I? Yeah, that's how you like shoot platforms. You have to use a flare. It's a quad damage. Now I can shoot super fast. Just decimate everything with this rapidly fast axe. I got the nail gun, which means what exactly? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I achieved by getting said nail gun. Yes, as you see, basically I click this, it says now I have axe range is ×2, and axe damage is 75. So yeah, so now I have a lot more damage, and I have a much wider range, if you see. That's right, it's like extended so far. But we need more. We need to get this thing. Will this give me the ability to get more power-ups, or will it be like weaker because it's a weaker gun? I'm not sure. ×2, 75. I feel like I just got ripped off. What was the point of that one? Okay, so basically the higher the weapon, apparently the higher the power up. I don't know. I'm kind of confused by this. Let's see here. Let's change level to, I don't even know. What's a good level with a lot of guns? Let's just change to DM1 or something. I want to see how this all works. So if I look at my... So yeah, basically right now I have 75 damage. And times 2, apparently. Let's see here. So if I do this, it's going to stay the same, blah, blah, blah. We got to get way to increase my axe power. We got to become super powerful. So when I just run to the Thunderbolt to pick up the Thunderbolt, wouldn't that be like the best power up of the game? And you're like, because it seemed like it ignored the fact that I had my nail gun. I mean, I had the double-barreled shotgun. I might as well have just picked up the nail gun, and that would have been super powered. So if I pick up, say, the grenade launcher, so you see, adds damage is now 150. Simple enough, straightforward enough. Stupid question. But say I actually do map DM6. We're going to have no power-ups whatsoever. We just started this. Now I pick up this grenade launcher here. Do I get... I get axe damage 150. Though I don't get the range power-up, so I guess that's something. You get the super nail gun. Now I got axe range 2. See how now? So now I have double the axe range and 150 damage. As you see, I didn't increase any damage whatsoever from doing this. But as you see, by getting a nail gun and that, you also increase that. So as you see, at this point, you're getting ridiculously overpowered. As you see, the double-barreled shotgun is almost like totally worthless, except for the fact that it can allow you to regenerate faster. That's basically the benefit of the double-barreled shotgun, is the fact that you regenerate faster with it. Otherwise, it's all about range and all that. Wait a minute, did I even get anything from this Thunderbolt? I don't think I did. I think the Thunderbolt was totally worthless, people. I feel ripped off. Let's see, let's change level to like E4M7! What a creative level this is! Okay, so now we're ready to attack with the range and attack our Shamboy friend here. So you see, it just kills things quickly. If you get some power-ups, you can get absolutely devastating. And now you can basically axe run this thing. And just devastate everything. But of course, trying to attack a spawn with an axe is probably a bad idea! Just warn you, this might be horrible. A guard! Yeah. This is why melee classes in Quake is probably a bad idea. Not just because of shootable things, but because of spawns. Anyway, where were we? Well, he's tired and he didn't write anymore. So, none of the other classes have any details whatsoever. We're basically on our own to figure out what exactly we're doing here. So, yeah. Yeah. Basically, yeah, that's basically it. Anyway, the lasers have a velocity of 600 compared to a rocket with a velocity of 1000. Lasers very easy to dodge at moderate distances. Therefore, the spread effect is justified. That's basically why we can have the lasers. Anyway, so I guess next is the Mage. Color 3 is the Mage. But of course, we don't have any information whatsoever on said Mage. So I'm basically hopelessly lost. I don't know what I'm kind of getting myself into. I have no visible gun. The Mage receives spells when you collect weapons. Okay, so each one's like a spell or something, I guess. Okay, so right now we can cast lightning bolts. So we can cast like a lightning bolt out. So you see, it basically fires like... It basically fires a thunderbolt. That's pretty powerful. I can't shoot secret doors, though. This is bad. I can't shoot any doors, people. I just have the power of a thunderbolt. Yeah, this is really, really weird. I'm stuck using the thunderbolt. At least I'm assuming it's a thunderbolt style thing. Seems to cause as much damage as the thunderbolt would. Actually, it seems to be one per shot. It's not like the thunderbolt. Basically, every time I shoot it, it just causes one shot. So, yeah, it's a bit more powerful than the shotgun is. But at the same time, it basically is only one shot at a time. Like, if I'm holding it down, it has like a pause in between. It's like a shotgun and how it fires. Can't even shoot that. Help if I aimed at it. Yes, yes, you can shoot it. You can also die. You see, I'm horribly next to dying. Okay, well, this is getting boring. Yeah, this isn't really the most exciting class in the world. I know that. But at least we figure out what this guy does. He shoots lasers. And you can't see a gun. Now, if I can just aim this, it's so hard to aim when you can't see a gun. There we are. Okay, now you got the double-barreled shotgun. As you see, pickups is still the same. They lie to you. So now we have chain lightning, which is like basically like lightning, except now it bounces off surfaces. Wait, do we even care about that? Why would we care about this? Yeah, it doesn't really help much at all. I don't really care about bouncing off surfaces. If anything, that really kind of makes it pointless. Okay, nail gun time. Let's cloud kill. Well, that was pathetic. Okay, let's impulse 90 and kill a bunch of grunts. Okay, so we have cloud kill, which allows us to kill things with clouds. Amazing. Look at that feature. I just get to shoot things like a scrag almost. Okay, this one. Haps acid rain. Okay, we have acid rain. I see. So it's basically like the normal one, but it's of course 4 shots and a wide spread. Basically, though, you're a scrag with this. I can't fly or anything, though, so I'm not really a scrag, and it's not really as fun as a scrag. Okay, so this one is a delayed fireball. You get to fire a fireball, but it's so slow that it's likely to miss. If it hits, it's devastating. As you can see. Though it is explosive, so it probably would be weaker against a shambler. Now here's an instant fireball, like a delayed one, except a lot faster. Look at that. Boom, baby. So yeah, if you want one that fires really, really quickly, here it is. The ability to have gratuitous violence. Quick! Raisin's patch spell against this, which basically is your panic button, apparently. Apparently, it's basically everything in one. Yeah, not really the most creative of spells. It basically is just spam everything at it and hope something connects. What an amazing attack. It's definitely OP in comparison to, say, like the Thunderbolts. Like, you could definitely get some power out of this thing. Mainly because it's so many attacks at once. You're thinking the rocket launcher, if it does about the same amount of damage as these fireballs, it's doing about 120 damage, which is already a lot better than the Thunderbolt would be. And then on top of that, you get the ability to shoot a bunch of laser attacks and all that. The main thing is that you don't get the speed. You don't really have, like, fast attacks like the, Yeah, you don't really have any fast attacks with the Mage. Everything is relatively slow and one-shot attacks. That's the biggest weakness of playing as a Mage, is that you're going to have to aim and shoot with every single attack. You can't rely upon, like, spamming attacks. Like, say, the Enforcer Soldier, you get the ability to spam a bunch of attacks, and you get the overpowered BFG. So, you also get the ability to regenerate instantly, and basically get an overpowered BFG. Needless to say, I like the Enforcer Soldier. That one was really overpowered and really, really useful. This one, kind of probably in the middle, I would say, in terms of abilities. It's definitely better than the Quake Soldier, but still not really that good. The Fighter's probably the weakest. I really can't see how a Fighter is justified, even with the range. Like, he causes a lot of damage at the upper level, but it's like, you really need to, like, get close to another opponent who's likely to be bouncing all around creation, bunny hopping, rocket jumping, you name it. Quake is a game of mobility. In a single-player game, I can understand the Fighter. In multiplayer, good luck. I really cannot see it. So, that really seems to be the Mage. And then we have, finally, the Sniper, which I'm kind of confused by. Isn't that supposed to be like a futuristic class? I don't even know. Okay, so we have the Sniper. We have an axe. We also have a shotgun. So basically, it's a lot like the Fighter, except that it's the exact opposite. The Sniper is the anti-fighter. They're basically complete opposites, almost arch enemies, and basically it's weak without power-ups. So yeah, basically you only have one gun. It is the sniper rifle. And so you basically have to snipe every single enemy that you see. This is going to be horrible, isn't it? Yeah, you basically only have 15 shells that you can use at any time. So you don't have much in the way of ammo either. But at the same time, it does cause a decent amount of damage, at least. I'm not sure how much damage it causes. We need something more, like, powerful. We need, like, let's see how it faces off against an ogre. So as you see, it alerts enemies. So it's not as good as the sniper rifle on the server. And we just sit here. It seems to cause around 50 damage, I'd say, per shot. Yeah, around like 50 damage. So, decent, but not really that useful against monsters at all. Especially not with the default weapon. Maybe that would change with some other weapons. Let's see here. Let's try and change level. No target, no clip, because I'm getting lazy. And, I mean, even the author's lazy at this point. We've been through a lot of classes. So let's see if we can go around, pick up some power-ups, and see if we can actually get some more decent abilities out of this thing. Because we need more decent abilities. So here we are. So, ammo limit is 15, rifle fire rate is 2, and rifle damage is now 50. So, we'll fire twice as fast, and we have 50 damage per shot. So, as you see, it's still very, very slow, but it costs us a bit more damage than it did before. So, against grunts, that really doesn't matter, does it? Actually, no, it cost 50 damage before, so what did it really change? The fire rate? I guess. It really seems still as slow as it was to me. Maybe it's a bit faster. Maybe I'm just deluded. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing, people. Okay, so this changed the ammo limit. Now I have the ability to carry 30 rifle shells, which probably is a lot better. Yeah, 30 is a lot better than nothing. So let's see here. Let's change level like UNM4 or something like that. Get the super nail gun and see how that works. I mean, now I have the ability to carry 30 shells, but that doesn't really help me much still. Let's see here. This will allow me to fire at ×3 the fire rate. So you see, now it's relatively decent of a fire rate. Now I can actually cause some damage. So if you get like the super nail gun and the nail gun, you can end up causing some decent damage quickly enough. At least it fires like a shotgun, except a lot more powerful. So yeah, basically you're stuck with the shotgun though. A really powerful shotgun, but still a shotgun. Okay, let's see here. What's next? I'm assuming the rockets would increase damage because we haven't really seen any damage increases just yet. So let's go E1M3, cause some damage. How's the grenade launcher do? So you see all these don't really like do anything, like cause damage or anything. So rifle damage, 100. Each shot causes 100 damage. Pretty nice. I could definitely work a lot more with 150. But really, you want the explosives, as you can see. As you see, you can cause a lot more damage now. And because it can fire like a normal shotgun, it's pretty devastating, actually. I definitely could say at this point it's a relatively decent weapon. As you see, it's all really one weapon, really, at the end of the day. Let's see here. Ziggurat Vertigo. We have to get our rocket launcher. Let's see here. We need the rocket launcher. Okay, what did that give me? That gave me 150 damage, obviously. Yeah, each one of the two power-ups seems to cause like a similar thing. So, say the shotguns go together, the nail guns go together, the rockets go together. It seems a lot more things go together in this one than the other ones did. Though I'm trying to remember like the other ones, like the Mage class, it seemed like they did also kind of go together. But like the Enforcer class was kind of weird because the nail gun was similar to what the double-barreled shotgun was doing. And the Fighter class was weird because the nail gun and double-barreled shotgun both kind of did the same thing. In fact, one negated the purpose of the other. Actually, no. It was the double-barreled shotgun did healing, regeneration, or whatever. And the nail gun increased, what was it, range or something? But yeah, you didn't really have many upgrade abilities. I don't even think the Thunderbolt did anything, did it? Will the Thunderbolt do anything for this one? Who knows? I guess we'll have to get there and see, won't we? But yeah, really, this is all you have is the ability to cause like 150 damage per shot, which is pretty devastating, I will say. Say go against a Shambler, it's still going to take a little bit to take it down, though. And especially with a shotgun, it's going to be a slow enough fire rate where I feel like I'm going to die. So let's actually try and get the BFG and see if that actually changes anything first. E2M5, obviously. Let's just beeline our way over there. I can't think of a better place to get a Thunderbolt at the moment, so let's just beeline over there. Call it a day. Thunderbolt, what happened? I feel like nothing happened. Yeah, it seems like for both the fighter and the sniper, they don't really seem to get benefits from the Thunderbolt. So if you're either of those two classes, you're pretty much at a loss for the Thunderbolt. You'd almost think that was made for the Sharewave release. But that's not the case, because as you see, the other classes, like say the Quake Soldier, has a freaking BFG. But yeah, I really can't see this class being that useful. It's definitely similar to like the fighter class, but the rate of fire doesn't really seem that useful. And the most powerful is still not as powerful as a mage. You get one weapon, one type of ammo that you can use throughout the entire thing. Like, can you pick up other, like, ammo types and will you, like, get shells? I would hope so, because otherwise you're really out of luck for all the other weapons. Like, I'm able to pick up shells. But, like, give S1. We need to, like, give S1 so that way we can get more shells. Because we only have a limit of 30 shells or so. So we need to get something that's not shells. Can we find something that's not shells to pick up? There we are. There's some nails. As you see, any type of ammo whatsoever gives you shells. So that's not really the problem. You'll always have shells, thankfully. It's just more of a problem that you'll have a relatively slow rate of fire. Yeah, you don't really have, like, you're relying entirely on one gun. And this gun is really firing at basically the same rate as a shotgun, just as really, really powerful. Which is good, definitely. As you see, it can't one-shot like a Jet Knight even. Compare that to the one-shotting into BFG, and you can really say that's a lot more powerful. Especially since you need to go out and get ammo for this one. And for the BFG, you regenerate. Yeah. So, basically, what is the lesson from all this? The lesson here is that the Enforcer Soldier is the best class overall. Like, yeah, I really could say the massive spread has a slightly slower thing than the rocket launcher, yes, but at the same time has still a nasty spread. And at the same time, you have the BFG, which really is the one-shot devastating kill the ridiculously powerful guy trying to attack you. So you just get the BFG, then you build up your regeneration fast to get back up, and you'll pretty much boost up. Yeah, so basically as long as you pick up nails and shells, which are the two most common types of ammo in the game, you're going to be really getting a lot of ammo quickly for the BFG. It's really, really, like, as long as you, like, calm it down between every attack, I can't really see how you can go wrong with the BFG. It's like the Doom BFG. It's really, really overpowered, almost too overpowered for its own good, and you'd basically be able to kill anything you want with it. So needless to say, I feel like that's the most overpowered here. Yeah, like the sniper and the fighter classes, I really can't see them being that useful. Even at the best class, the sniper is still not that powerful for killing anything. I guess it's because you're basically using a sniper rifle at the end of the day, and you're basically just going to have to try and one-shoot someone from far away. At max updates and all that, you'll have enough to try and kill someone with one shot. And I guess that's the idea, is that it's a good deathmatch class because you can kill someone with one shot. But yeah, it's no good against something, say, like a Shambler or something still. Because even with the amount of damage it does at its final output, it's still relatively slow. You're not really decimating it that quickly. And you're definitely going to have some fun dealing with Shamblers. Now, the fighter class is definitely a weird one. It's definitely derived from the Hexen class, as you see. And yeah, that one sounds like it would be terrible in deathmatch Good in single player because a lot of enemies are charging you, but of course spawns. Yeah, that basically is why you can never use the fighter class. I would never do a playthrough as a fighter class because of that. And then the mage is basically just a bunch of different spells. Your fireball spell seems just like a rocket launcher, so it's not too different. Really, the main thing is the final one, whereby you basically have the ability to spam everything in one. And it basically is using a type of ammo that nothing else is using. So it sounds like a convenient way to get free extra rockets, but that's really about it. Yeah, it's not really the biggest class in the world, but at the same time, it could be useful for some good damage. Better than the regular class because you can use a rocket launcher. The main issue there is the rate of fire. You don't really get the ability to fire fast or really do anything like that, as said. But yeah, that really is the 5 classes. As said, it seems to be kind of based on Hexen, I would say. There doesn't seem to be anything relative to the cleric class. It seems like the fighter almost was mixed with the cleric, because I think the cleric was the one that had regeneration. I kind of forget from Hexen. But I know that the cleric had, like, the mace and different things like that. I'm trying to remember the cleric and what exactly the cleric could do. But yeah, the mage and fighter classes, I know the fighter for sure definitely feels a lot like what they were trying to go for in Hexen, except for the fact that it felt like the running speed was the same. You would think they would have increased the fighter's speed, like, you know, they did in Team Fortress. I guess maybe they didn't think of that idea yet. Maybe in a future release they will have done that. But yeah, for the time being, you only see basically a bunch of different custom weapons and custom features for different things. But at the end of the day, they're all the same. They don't really have any custom pickups. And as you see, even using Impulse 9, you basically get the same weapons. It's basically the same exact weapons. It's just what exactly their functionality is. So needless to say, these aren't all real custom weapons, so-called, as much as they are just different classes whereby you use the same weapons but in different ways. Especially with the lack of different custom models. I get what they're going for. It's what a lot of them are going for because of the fact that you can't really download custom files. You know, there's no easy way to do that. It's an absolute annoyance with Quake. There's no easy way just to download files and call it a day. But still, it's really about the aesthetics of it. It does not look right if you use the same weapons over and over. I could handle the lack of custom sounds, but if you lack custom models, it just isn't the same. It really ends up feeling like you're using the same guns, and also starts getting confusing. Because it's not really communicating itself well to the player in my eyes. But anyway, I digress. And this is the same person who has a sniper rifle using the default model. Because I've yet to find a freaking sniper rifle model that actually works with GL Quake. But that's aside the point. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. It's been an adventure. And I shall be seeing you all, well, next time.